People have been scratched. That makes people think, oh, it's demonic activity.
Bobby Mackey's, what do you got? People say you got demons.
The evil spirits and the demons were trying to possess him. It got so bad for him, he had an exorcism performed.
Oh my God, I feel like something's tugging on me again.
In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth and on the authority of God's word, I command Charlie, I command Sam, I command every spirit to leave. I don't have to go nowhere. This body is mine. This body is mine.
Crypt Keepers, tonight we are hunting demons, that is right. We are at the infamous Bobby Mackey's Music World.
Here we are, Bobby Mackey's. It's a building. I wasn't sure what to expect. It's a pretty average looking building. My first impressions were, this is a portal to hell. But if there's gonna be a portal to hell anywhere, it might as well be in a place like this.
I have waited years to come here. This place is so notorious, so many stories here, but I want the truth. I've heard from other investigators they haven't had a lot happen here, but I've heard from some people this place is wild. And that's why Jared and I are here. We want to find out for ourselves.
So is it really haunted? Is this really a portal to hell? Or has it just been sensationalized by TV? I don't know.
Is this place truly haunted? Is it evil? Is it demonic? Is there a portal to hell in this building? There's only one way to find out.
Bobby Mackey's is a place of paranormal infamy, one that is said to house demonic entities, evil spirits, and even a portal to hell.
The history of Bobby Mackey's is a mixture of lore and fact. And what we try to do is talk mostly about the facts. The lore of this place is that it was either an old slaughterhouse or it was built over top of an old slaughterhouse. But the actual truth is this used to be a distillery. How the slaughterhouse rumors got started, I honestly don't know. The well that's in the basement that they said the slaughterhouse used to drain blood and guts and all that was actually a steam pipe that went out to the Licking River, which is right behind us. And they actually pulled water up from the river to make whiskey. So that's the origin of the building from the 1800s. It was called the Old 76 Distillery.
The most widely spoken of paranormal activity linked to Bobby Mackey's are those connected to demonic entities. And in 1991, an exorcism was performed on the then caretaker of the building, Carl Lawson.
If you're not familiar with Carl, he was the caretaker here, and he was a good friend of Bobby's. He helped Bobby out. He did a lot of maintenance work, a lot of cleanup work here. In the 80s, he moved into the apartment that's upstairs, and he lived up there for 13 years. And while he lived up there, he claimed that the evil spirits in this building were trying to take over his body.
Stop, Carl. Carl! Come on. Now leave him alone. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him.
Carl claimed to be troubled by evil demonic forces until this religious intervention took place, though it's unclear as to whether this actually helped him. Either way, it did lead to Carl uncovering a well in the basement of Bobby Mackey's. This well would later be rumoured to have involvement in the murder of a woman named Pearl Bryan. Many ghost stories have also ingrained themselves as part of Bobby Mackey's history, such as that of Johanna, a dancer who is said to have taken her own life. And then, perhaps most famously, that of Pearl Bryan, though some aren't convinced Pearl has a reason to haunt this establishment.
A lot of the main ghost stories are the legends. The first one would be Pearl Bryan. She's probably the most famous ghost that is said to haunt this location. In 1896, she was murdered about 2 miles away in this what is now considered Fort Thomas, Kentucky. She was decapitated and her head was never found. The myth that surrounds Pearl is that her killers, Scott Jackson and Alonzo Walling, brought her head here to the supposed slaughterhouse, did some kind of satanic ritual over the well, and threw her head in the well. Of course, we know in 1896 the distillery was here operational, so there's no way they could have strolled in with a head. So nobody knows what happened to her head. It was never found. You know, people have gotten evidence of them because they'll say, is Pearl here? And they might get a response that says yes, and it sounds like a female. In my opinion, a ghost can be whoever it wants to be.
Despite the controversy surrounding some of the paranormal claims of Bobby Mackey's, there are still many who maintain it is one of the most haunted places in America, with paranormal activity happening all throughout the building and especially its basement.
The most common occurrence here, I think, is shadows. There are shadows everywhere. And I mean, I could point out places where I've seen shadows, but they're everywhere. It's just every corner of this building, every area, there are shadows. So I think that's the most common. Audible voices that we just hear, not through a recording or anything like that. And now we have had 2 instances of full-bodied apparitions, both of them in the ballroom over there. And the most recent one was just last week. I think my favorite experience that I've personally had here was in the basement. And this has happened several times, but there's an entity down there called the shuffler. He just shuffles his feet along the concrete, and it's very distinctive, and it's not any kind of animal. It's definitely 2 feet. I was in the basement once by myself, which is unusual because I don't like being down there by myself. And as I'm walking up to the light switch, he comes right up behind me. And it was just like, just twice. And it was right behind me, and I turned around, and of course there was nobody there. I definitely think it's haunted. As for what makes it haunted, I don't know, because we have so many different experiences here aside from Paul and Bill. Like a lot of the stuff, I don't think it's the same ones over and over again. And I've had people on tours who have been psychic or sensitive, and a lot of them think that it's almost like a way station, like for spirits, and they just kind of move through and then move on to somewhere else. Because it's rarely, I shouldn't say never, it's rarely the same thing twice. So it's always something different.
For us, Bobby Mackey's has always been a place of fascination, and we were excited to visit and experience this very haunted nightclub for ourselves. So if you're ready to investigate Bobby Mackey's music world with us, hit like, subscribe, and let's jump into the investigation.
We are walking into Bobby Mackey's for the first time ever, and I'm really, really pumped for this one. I can't believe I'm in Bobby Mackey's.
We made it. You know what as well? This place is huge, huger than I thought. I feel like the TV shows do not give this place justice in terms of size. It's actually pretty big.
Yeah, this is way bigger than I ever thought it was. I gotta tell you, we had an excellent interview with Laura, who has been investigating this place for like 10 years. And I know there's a lot of stories swirling about Bobby Mackey's, so I'm coming in, kind of just like keeping my mind open, but not expecting anything evil or demonic. I'm gonna treat this just as any other haunted location we would investigate.
Yeah, why not?
Behind Jared here is actually the toilets, and they're kind of interesting because, well, the men's at least used to be office space when this place was operated by the mob. So you can imagine there was all sorts of things that happened down this dark, creepy looking hallway. And I do give this location that, it looks quite creepy.
All right, let me try. Spirits, I'm entering your space. My name's Jared, this is Amy. We're going to be walking around. Feel free to follow us and interact with us. We'd appreciate it.
It wouldn't be an AmysCrypt episode if we didn't try to investigate the toilets.
Of course.
What else is interesting about this location and is probably not really normal for a lot of the places that we do visit and investigate is it's actively run. This place is a nightclub on the weekends. So there's constantly people coming through, line dancing, drinking, enjoying themselves. So I'm sure that brings a lot of different energy to places that are generally closed off to the public, maybe only open to investigators.
Brings whole new meaning to the term paranormal hangover.
This area here, where I'm standing, actually used to be the men's bathroom. You know how we love bathrooms on my channel. There is actually a ghost story that's centered here. A man was killed here.
Back in the 1940s and 50s, this was a organized crime owned nightclub called the Latin Quarter. The Latin Quarter opened in 1943. They had only been open for a few months. And this area behind me used to be where the men's bathroom was. So I think it was in September or October of 1943, 2 guys were in that bathroom. They got in a fight. One guy fell down. He hit his head on either like a pipe or radiator, and he died of a brain hemorrhage on the floor of the bathroom. His name was Paul Goodhue, and his name has come through spirit boxes, people's recordings many times. We've heard the name Paul. The guy that killed him, his name was William, and I actually have an EVP. A lady she's sitting in this table behind me, and she's doing an EVP session, and she says, "Can you tell me your name?" And he says, "Bill." Paul and Bill, I think, are here a lot. I don't know why. especially Bill. I don't know why he would come back here, but they definitely have made themselves known here.
Ooh, look, Amy, Bobby Mackey's. We totally got to do an Instagram shot later.
Haunt.
Haunt? Relevant?
Well, you know what, like part of my interview, I was talking to Laura and I'm like, do you believe this place is haunted? Because there's so many people that are like, no, it's not haunted. So it's interesting that came through because that's just something that we've been discussing. Why do you think it's haunted? Could it be this? Could it be that? Is there historical backing to a lot of these ghost stories? Not necessarily, but it could be haunted for other means, and there's definitely a lot of history to this one.
Yeah, I'm just picturing like ghosts that's like, haunt.
Okay, if it is haunted here, can we have a name? Again, my name is Amy and I'm here with Jared. Gosh dang it, I didn't bring my cowboy hat.
Oh no. You're gonna make me get on that later, aren't you?
Maybe. They do say this is the creepy corner.
So why do they call this creepy corner?
I don't know. Thought I heard a little noise over here,
I
but
did too. Is that why they call it creepy corner?
there's got to be a reason. I don't know. Can you make another noise for us? Tagging car. Okay, Bobby Mackey's, what do you got? I know a lot of people say you got demons. Is that true? If it's not, let us know. I'm gonna walk over now, guys, to an area which has full-on history from a paranormal perspective, but I also had an experience there today before I even knew what it was. So earlier this evening, I interviewed Laura and I had her sitting on this very chair. And I was sitting about here and we were just talking, chatting, very casual. And I noticed something out of the corner of...
Come over here, bored.
I'm sorry if I'm boring you, but come over here, as in where I sin this thing? Okay. So I was interviewing Laura. Something caught my eye over here at the back of the room.
Maybe that's where it's telling you to go.
That's what I'm feeling. It was literally a dark shadow darting past. And this was right at the start of the interview, so I didn't react or say anything because, for one, that would have been rude. We were in the middle of the interview. Two, I didn't know the room well enough to know if, hey, could it just be a car passing by, like reflections of headlights? But we did the whole interview. I didn't see it again. It was just a really dark shadow passing by. And during the interview, I learned that sighting shadows in here is super common. Could I have actually seen something?
Imbecile.
What?
Did this call you an imbecile?
Yeah, I did. Thanks. Who's calling me an imbecile? Or maybe it's talking to you.
I don't know, it's like, come over here, bored, imbecile.
So it was up here in this sort of, I don't know, this platformed room, and there was actually some green lights on at the time, and that's sort of where I sighted it pass through because there was some light up here. And I found out later this was where the former caretaker sort of had his exorcism. That's weird.
Sure, the demons that people talk about here, I think, again, that was another story that originated with Carl because he felt that the evil spirits and the demons were trying to possess him. And it got so bad for him that he had an exorcism performed. And it was done in the room behind me. And I think it was 1991 or 92 that they did the exorcism. Whether it helped him or not, I don't know. But I think since then, and since those stories that he used to tell about the evil and the demons here, it's grown. And so now Bobby Mackey's, I think, will forever be connected to demons. Personally, I don't think there's any demonic thing here. I have never experienced it personally. Now, I have experienced angry spirits. I wouldn't say they're evil, but they are angry. But having said that, we have had some experiences where people have talked about demons, especially in the basement.
Haven't actually been up here, so...
This wasn't always part of the bar though, right?
I think this was actually used as a kitchen as well at one stage. Very cold now up here. It is colder up here, maybe that's normal, but... I mean, if there's someone around, can you tell me who or what I saw up here earlier? We've travelled a very, very long way to meet you and to talk. No pressure. But if you could interact tonight, we would appreciate that. I heard it.
That was behind you.
Yeah. This place is made of wood, like could it be natural?
Is there like a door here though? Look, looks like there's a secret hidden door here. See how it's cut?
Yeah, I see that.
What's with that? That's where the noise came from. Does it open?
No.
No.
What happened in this room? Do you remember or know Carl? I also want to note just over here near these exit lights you can see that's back towards the toilets, and apparently shadows moving along there is very, very common, like people going in or out or across from the bathrooms.
We're going to head downstairs. Can you tell us what we're going to find down there?
Okay, we've now made it outside and we're about to walk into the underground area, which is damn creepy.
Sorry.
Jesus. This is huge down here. Whoa. I never realized how big it was, and I always thought this was a separate building. I don't know why.
So this room here we were told today is Carl's old workshop. What's interesting when we were getting our tour just to find our feet and find our way around, I swear, and I just actually had it again, I swear something tugged on my jeans. I swear I just had it again in the exact same spot.
Right.
Were you pointing down here by any chance?
No, I don't know. We have another camera behind you though.
Oh, that's too far away though. I'll be standing here, so it's happened twice now, and it feels like something just tugs on my jeans, like at knee height. The only thing I've got in my pocket is a phone.
That is kind of interesting because this happened to Jared before he knew about all the activity that happens down here. And there are some things that have happened down here that are similar for other people, and also things that are almost childlike, innocent, but you know, there shouldn't be any children spirits here unless they're like passing through. So when people do get those childlike responses or voices, what is it? But as it happened here to Jared, we were getting told this was Carl's workshop. People claim there's some sort of darkness in here. I don't know if it's a dark entity or something who's a bit mean, doesn't like people in here.
Can you just film my pants hands for a sec?
Why?
Just film them.
You okay?
I just feel like it happening. Is there someone tugging in my pants? Can you do that again? What do you want? It's either a child, or Laura also said like there's a pervy ghost upstairs, right?
You think it's a pervy ghost?
It could be. I'm just calling out all the cards.
Come on, Jared. Come and tug on this man.
His pants.
His pants. So a little deeper back here, we have rooms of interest. They almost look like jail cells, how they're lined up. Well, this one goes all the way back, and apparently right down the end is where people hear childlike voices. Little kids, it's a bit off that you would hear that down here.
Ooh, it actually really is really creepy in here. Like, what is the purpose of this building? Like, this hallway, sorry.
Can you tell us what's down there?
Oh, there's like a little room in here. It's so weird. There's like doors and stuff down here, but I can't imagine why. Are these bones or something?
Bones?
Burnt bones? I don't know what that is.
Any little kids down there?
Not that I could see or hear, but you never know.
These rooms here, which I thought look like jail cells, are actually rooms to get ready in.
Dressing rooms?
Dressing rooms, that's it. And this one here is where the Johanna story sort of originates from.
Johanna is said to be a dancer that performed here when this was a mob-owned club called the Latin Quarter. And the story is that Johanna was the owner's daughter. She became pregnant. Her father didn't approve, so he had her boyfriend killed. And then she was so upset that she poisoned her father and killed herself. The problem with that is there's no evidence that that was true. It was a story that had been passed down for years and years and years. People would sit at the bar and talk about Johanna. This is after Bobby purchased it and opened the bar. They would sit up there and talk about Johanna and that she still haunted this place looking for her murdered lover.
You see the flowers in here? Oh, I guess she was a smoker. Damn.
Jesus, chain smoker, more like it. Is there anyone in this room? Apparently someone likes to hang out in this room. Is there anyone in here with us now?
I do like that all these offerings have been left here though.
Should we leave something?
I don't got nothing to leave.
I've got a pocket lamp.
Oh my god, just don't leave that. Is there anyone down here who wants to talk, make your presence known? Come up to these lights in my hands. I'd love to hear from you. Whether you're a demon or a spirit or, I don't know, a kid.
I remember you.
You remember me? Where do you remember me from? Do you remember this guy? Could we have someone just following or popping in from another place?
We haven't been here before. Where have you met us?
Probably the demon.
We've bloody interacted with enough of them on this trip. Can you tell us what's in this next room?
Hello. Here it is, Jared. This is why Bobby Mackey's is so famous. A big old hole.
Whoa.
All the people who believe there's something evil, demonic here, it originates from the hole down here. The caretaker we have been talking about so much tonight, he kind of was getting messages from spirits to come down here and dig up the floor in an old house. We are literally standing in an old house. If you look around, you can see the windows, the door frames. You can see wallpaper in here. It really is an old house down here, so that's kind of interesting. Anyway, he digs up the floor, finds this hole, which was a type of well that the distillery that was here used to use. Yeah, people believe it's just dark.
Before you do it, I'm going to try and beat you to the punch. I dare you to get in the well.
How did you know I was going to dare you to get in there? This seems perfectly safe. What the frick is in here though? Let me just see.
It's not going to turn into like a sinkhole, is it?
Oh my god.
What?
Imagine. You guys want to see what it's like to stand in a portal or a pit to hell? Here it is.
How is it, Ames?
Feels like I'm squatting in a big dirty hole in the floor. I don't feel like scared or weird to be down here. But I do want to mention, earlier today before we even came in the building, we're taking all our drone shots. And I got Ancient Ram Inn vibes from this place. And I know that sounds really random. Looks nothing like Ancient Ram Inn, history totally different. And I was like, why does it feel like the same place?
Oh, James, it's weird that you say that you got Ancient Ram Inn vibes and you had like a familiar vibe here. Because we got the word I remember you before on GhostTube.
Okay.
Could that have some relevance to us? Sort of like how we had Ancient Ram Inn vibes at that theatre.
Well, I mean, if I am in a portal or something, could the demon just like go wherever it wants?
Does it work like that?
Pop over to England, pop over to Bobby Mackey's when it wants? I don't know. All right, do you have anything to say while I'm down here?
Is it okay that Amy's there? Do you have a message for Amy? In the hole? Can I go in the hole?
You want to?
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
It's the experience.
It's a hole. Come on, I can do that. I don't want to come to like Bobby Mackey's and not go in the hole. I don't know, FOMO maybe. All right, I'm in the well that apparently goes to hell. What do you have to say about that? I'm in your well. Apparently nothing. Or just tell me what is down there. Maybe it's nothing.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I mean, this hole in the ground, what's under all the dirt? If we were to dig it up, what would we find? What's down there?
All right, I'm going to climb out of here. Is this safe? Watch your nuts, hell.
I'm trying not to sit because I've got stuff in my back pocket. Oh.
That was so graceful. So just back here, we actually have a stairway to nowhere that used to be like a special escape for when this was run by the mob. Back here, again, history from when this was run by the mob and there was a casino upstairs. This is a little prison cell and people used to get locked in here if they did wrong by the mob, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit
So not an official prison cell, but it was used pretty much as one.
Yeah, it's a bit in here, isn't it? One of my rooms, it was interesting when we're getting the tour by Laura today, one of the rooms I found most interesting was this next one. I don't know if it's the name of the room, but it was sort of a bit creepy. There's no windows in it and it's called the Room of Faces.
But there is something that happens in the Room of Faces, which is a different room in the basement. It's separate from the well room. It's an experience that we call dark, because that room, there are no windows. It's just a completely enclosed concrete room. So there's absolutely no light in it at all. You know, your eyes will adjust after a while to the darkness. We've been down there many times where this darkness that's darker than dark will come through the door and completely block out what your eyes have adjusted to. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a really weird phenomenon that it comes through that door and it just completely blacks out everything.
One of the reasons it's called the Room of Faces is there's all these marks on the wall and people see faces in them. Like one right there. I swear I see like a lion cub in this one. Like
I see a leopard.
Like Simba, yeah. You can't tell me that's not a lion cub.
We're also told this is the room where darkness comes in. So obviously there's no windows, there's no light, it's like a concrete block, so it's dark. There's this common like thing in the paranormal where things can get darker than dark, and this is a site for that.
So people see shadows in here even though there's absolutely no light to cast those shadows. Is that what you're saying?
A mass that is like a black abyss, like blacker than black.
Gate.
Gate? Gate to hell?
Gate to hell, yeah.
Is it?
Yes, they say portal to hell, gate to hell.
All right, what is this a gate to? Can you tell us what this is a gate to?
That's a good question.
Hag.
Hag?
They just call you a hag, eh?
Are they calling me a hag, or is there a hag here?
Who are you calling a hag?
You know what as well? We were told a story from Laura about this table here. She said during a tour, she sighted this and a lady on her tour sighted this. They were standing in this room here. They both saw underneath this table like a little child or a figure that was quite small, sort of crouched over in a ball, huddled under this table, and then it disappeared. It freaked her out, it freaked the lady out. There's no history of like kids here. There shouldn't be a reason for kids to haunt here. So what is that?
Is there a young child down here? Is there something that likes to tug on people's trousers? Can you let us know who did that to me? Who pulled on my trousers before?
Having now completed our walkthrough, we decided to begin our first structured experiment within the most notorious place at Bobby Mackey's, the underground well, which is commonly associated with demonic activity. Here we decided to reach out with my self-wearing ghost tube lens, which provides a sensory deprived environment while digitally scrying visual white noise that could also produce AI images based off of environmental readings.
First investigation experiment, we just wanted to jump straight into seer because no one has ever used seer here before. So we wanted a bit of first. So Amy's in the hole. Are you seeing anything yet?
Nothing. My name's Amy and I'm calling out to anyone that might be here.
We've also got a static camera watching the staircase where the organised crime people would escape if they were raided with the tripwire set up. We've also got an SLS camera monitoring the table area where our guide today was telling us that she's seen a child before with her own eyes, and we've left some cat balls out. So if anything's going to happen down here, we're going to have it monitored. Is there anyone down here with us now? Were you tugging on my pants earlier? Who was that?
I'm getting an image. Right, I'm seeing ground. It looks like floor that is like tiled or possibly just cracked, like drought. And there is a small figure near the bottom of the screen, small dark figure. Oh God, maybe it's representing me.
Did you say you saw dirt? What?
I mean, it looks like I'm looking out onto a field. Perhaps there's a road or a passage coming through the field, but there's definitely a small dark figure down here. It looks dry and like cracked though. I hope this isn't like symbolizing me in the hole or there's a little demon here. Or perhaps a child as well.
And as you were saying all of that, one of the cat balls went off in the children's room that we were monitoring.
Thank you for showing me that. Can you show me something that's a little bit more descriptive of you? Maybe perhaps your face. I'm getting another image. Again, I'm just looking out at like perhaps a plain, like sand or a yellow field, and then a sky, like a dark sky with perhaps a moon in it.
You know how many people speculate that that woman who was decapitated is buried here? Wasn't her body actually found in a field a few miles from here? I'm not sure if it was in a field, but the body was found a few miles from here. It wasn't actually found here.
Maybe. I don't have a lot of detail. It looks like a yellow field. I can see the horizon and perhaps like the moon at the top left.
It's difficult to say whether this image could be relevant to the story of Pearl. Though her head was sadly never found, many have speculated it could have been disposed of at Bobby Mackey's, which does seem unlikely when reflecting on the history. However, her actual body was located on a former farm in some bushes by a man cutting through a field.
Can you show us what the well looks like to you? Or what it used to look like? Can you show us what the little child or little boy looks like that's been seen running around here?
The little boy under the table. Are you here? I am seeing an image. It looks like perhaps tools on a bench.
Tools on a bench? Like a workbench or something?
Yeah, tools or weapons, I would say.
Weapons?
Like I can see the grip on the handle. It's not descript that I could tell you what it is, like whether it's a sword or a hammer or what, but
well,
it seems like,
yeah, isn't Carl's workshop through here? I know it's got lots of stuff that they're using for storage now, but there's like workbenches and tools in here.
Yeah.
Although this image could have been relevant to the space we were in, we also picked up something interesting on the Ghost Who Best Celeste camera in the other room, just after Jared walked into Carl's former workshop. Here, a figure appears, seemingly crouching underneath the table where a child has been previously sighted. I do find this pretty wild, as it was the only time during this session something like this was mapped, and it occurred soon after we had just asked about the child.
Is this where you want us to go?
Maybe you could come to these red lights beside me. That'll show me that you're near me.
I'm also now standing in the exact spot where something tugs my pants earlier.
Pretty weird to think that I'm standing in a hole that people say a demon crawls out of doing this right now. I don't think anyone else has ever done this before.
At this point, Jared cut the Ghost Who Best Celeste camera in order to use his phone to look up the names of some demons, as we had been told that previous paranormal teams to investigate had stirred up activity by reciting such names.
I had a group here and they were actually video recording. They were in the well room and they were talking about, I think they were talking about Pearl's head in the well and satanic rituals and demons. And they started talking about demon names and they were mentioning a bunch of demon names. I don't know where they got them, but they were mentioning the names. And as they were doing that, there was nobody up here. They were all in the well room. And they got this on camera. There was a huge crash right above their heads. It was the loudest crash. We have no idea what it even was, and there was nobody up here. There have been other times where people have mentioned demons, and something like that has happened. Either a loud noise, people have been scratched. I mean, that makes people think, oh, it's demonic activity. But what I think is that maybe the ghosts that are here are tired of people talking about demons. And maybe that's just their way of saying, no, it's us. We're just, your average ghost. We're not demons.
I've got on Google a list of demons names, and we were told by Laura that a paranormal team had read these names out before and got an activity or stirred something up. So here I go. Agares. Amon. Why do I feel like I'm in Game of Thrones all of a sudden?
You put the accent on straight away.
Abaddon. Abraxas. Abizu, Achilles, Aklis, Adramelech, Ashma, Balaam, Baal, Barbas, Barbados, it's a country, Came, Camille, Kimaris, Forus, Fornius, Furcus, Furfur. I like that one. Furfur. Sounds like the name of a dog.
What?
Light just went out in the other room.
And I'm getting an image.
Light just went out in this room.
The image is someone holding a book, a large book. Perhaps it's 2 books. A book within a book.
The tripwire just went off as well.
Well, maybe perhaps this is a Bible, or they think that you're reading from a book. Part of the book looks like it's formed like someone's arm or something, if that makes sense.
The lights all went off. Oh, I had an SLS camera set up in here. I turned it off to read the
demonic names.
Yeah, the light just went off in here.
Okay.
That light just there just turned off.
The light should not be dead either. There's no way the battery will be out.
I'm gonna go and inspect it, okay?
Okay.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Can you not freak me out, Jared?
Ames, this light is low.
How?
I don't know, because this is only our first segment. There's
That's
no way.
impossible. That's been drained.
There's no way. Did you do this? Who did this?
Can you show me?
We reached out for quite some time, yet only received one more image or response, which to me did not appear relevant in the moment unless it was related to organised crime activity that did operate here. So we now moved into another area of interest in the basement to continue reaching out, a place nicknamed the Room of Faces. Here we rolled on GhostTube Vox to see if we could strike up a conversation.
Alright, I'm going to take a seat right here. The seat looks comfortable. In the Room of Faces. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
So we're in the room that's called the Room of Faces. Is there anyone down here with us right now?
If you come into the room with us, we might see you. Or you can come up to this man over here and maybe you can talk to us. Thank you.
Come in the room and take a seat next to me. What was tugging on my shorts earlier? My pants?
What was that?
This chair's moving. I feel like maybe it's loose.
Oh, okay. Is there children down here? Doesn't seem like there should be. He's there.
Oh my god! I heard he's there and then that just lit up.
Thank you.
Who's he? Can you follow the trail towards us?
Come towards my voice. How do you feel about people coming in here looking for demons? Are they going to find any, or is it funny?
Well, might.
I thought it said, well, they might. How many people are in here with us at the moment? His name?
His name.
What's his name?
What's his name? Can you follow these lights towards my voice? I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to see you.
They just laughed. Weren't we just asking if they found it funny before as well?
Yeah. Oh. Can you come? Oh.
Did I just come closer?
Yeah. Can you come right up to my voice, please? Maybe you can touch these other red lights. If you get close to them, they'll make a noise.
Yes.
Yes. Go on then. I'd love that. Oh,
it got closer.
Thank you. It literally came in the door towards my voice. Thank you so much. Can you touch my hand?
Right for.
Touch her right hand.
That's my left hand.
Left hand, I mean. The other right.
I've come a very long way and I just want to know who is here. Can you tell me that? Human or not?
I love God.
Is that what it said? Maybe you're not evil at all. Are you good?
Yes, sir.
Do you like these lights on the ground? Maybe you can tell me what colours you see.
Oh my God. There's something right next to me.
I heard it. What made that noise next to Jared just now?
Oh my God. I feel like something's tugging on me again. Fuck.
Really?
Yeah. In that corner.
What's in this corner here? What is this? I will say, just holding my hand here, it feels like static electricity. What is this here?
It's here.
Oh, it's here. I can feel it.
Very good.
Very good.
What is this right here? I just heard the cabinet creak again.
I swear there's something there.
Are you here? Oh.
I'm hearing stuff by the door and then that just lit up.
We want to know about the darkness that people have sent into this room, the dark mass. Somebody earlier down here told us that they remembered us. Where do you remember us from? What can you tell me about Bobby Mackey's music world?
I heard that.
I heard that.
You can hear us. Can you tell me something about Bobby Mackey's then? Is the shuffler here?
Right, if the shuffler's here, I want you to shuffle your way towards me right now and trigger all these devices. And go.
With nothing much coming through, we decided to switch things up and see if we could get better communication by running Ghost Tubes here, which produces visual representations of environmental readings via AI.
We want to see the spirits of Bobby Mackey's music world, as it's called today.
Can you show us what period you were here? Have you been here a long time?
If you come into the room, just walk on in. You're welcome.
Can I just say, maybe it's like spirits have a preference of the tools that they like or that they're familiar with? Because I feel like we haven't gotten great responses on Seer tonight, but we've had really good responses on the tripwire. Like, they love the tripwire and the lights. And it just went up as I said that. Someone just walked in. Thank you.
Like, yep, we like these lights. True, but I would find it more compelling if the REM pod or even the EMF lantern went off at the same time as the tripwire.
Would be good.
So if you can go towards the other lights down there, especially the red ones, we would be very excited about that. Heck, if you want to make this a really good YouTube video, if a demon can come and scratch one of us, yeah, that'd be swell, because I know people will click on that.
You, demon can scratch you, not me.
Hey, I need the views right now, so I'll take it.
You can take the scratch. Oh, we're getting an image.
Oh. It looks like a spooky house. You know what? The strange shape of this building, Bobby Mackey's, is a weird shape. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're trying to portray. Maybe that's a stretch, but...
Yeah, that was a bit of a stretch, because I don't feel like Bobby Mackey's has windows like that, you know? But the roof definitely has a weird curvy shaped roof.
Yeah. Thank you for showing us an image.
So there could be like a red light on over in the left hand side. It could be the house, because remember, this is built on a house and there's remnants of a house down here.
True, there's like windows and door frames
true.
and stuff. And it was multi-story.
Who knows? I mean, it was a bit abstract, but it looked sort of like a house.
We continued reaching out for some time, yet received no further images or indication of activity, so we made our way back upstairs to continue our investigation, where we would perform an SD session, with Jared listening to a spirit box through noise-cancelling headphones and reciting anything he heard come through, while I asked questions he could not hear. But before this, Jared wanted to do something to get the spirits in the mood to party with us.
And I will always love you. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
You ready for Estes?
I'm ready for Estes, let's do it.
You ready to go for a ride?
Where, is there another building here? You are f***ing kidding me.
This will be a world first, probably.
You are joking. How do you even get on this thing?
I don't know. From the
Shit.
back?
Oh my god.
Fuck. You might need to like jump a little.
Get on.
Oh my god. Look at that. Whoa! Don't fall off the back. Is this safe?
Oh, fuck, that was really hard to get up on.
Is this a world first? Estes performed on a mechanical bull.
Yeehaw!
How you doing?
I feel like an idiot.
You kind of look like one.
Right, okay. So we're doing a Estes, yeah? I'm just going to be watching noise, okay? Thumbs up when I'm ready.
Thumbs up when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, spirits of Bobby Mackey's music world. Whether you're human, demonic, or something else, my name is Amy and I've got Jared here with me.
Seer. I just said the word seer, which is weird.
That is an interesting response given that we're using seer. Have you heard us talking about this tool?
Hello.
Hello. Have you heard us talking about this new tool tonight? We do call that seer.
It's here.
It's here. What is? If it's here, can you go up to one of these two red lights?
3 naked.
In the bull pit? 3 naked?
Here.
Wait, there's some naked people here? Jared looks ridiculous on this bull.
Stuart.
Is that your name? Can I call you Stu?
You're right.
Okay, Stu. Where did you come from? What are you doing here? I don't know if he just moved. I heard a squeak over there and I'm actually a little bit worried.
It's me.
He's gonna fall off that bull.
I'm right here.
Where are you? Whereabouts? I walk towards you. I do have an SLS camera set up on the other side of the bar down there, and that's where I saw the shadow earlier. I feel like there's a lot of people saying here or telling me that they're here. How many people are here? How many with me?
2.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm here, Jared's here, that's 2.
Is it?
Is it? Okay, I was going to say, is there 2 of you here, or perhaps William, Paul?
3.
Okay, 3. So someone else has joined. Thank you.
This is a threat.
Threat. I'm not here to threaten you. Are you trying to give us a message or a warning or something?
You're a woman.
Yeah. What are you?
Sinner.
You're a sinner. I've been told there is like a pervy ghost here, pervert, that kind of like touches women, fills them up. When you say sinner, you're referring to like the casino days? Mob, the mob? What was your sin? Can you tell me that? Tell this guy on the bull.
He's...
He's what?
Listen.
Okay.
Have you heard about it?
I may have. His head
Was...
What about his head? Jared has something funny on his head right now. It's just to help him concentrate. I saw a shadow earlier down the other end of the bar. Can you tell me about that?
He fell there.
Could this be referring to the murder that happened here? William or Paul? Is that who I'm talking to? I'll walk over here where that supposedly happened. I've heard you like to be called Bill. Is that okay? Bill?
He's there.
I'm here.
I am.
You're here.
Danger.
What should I be wary of? What's dangerous in here?
He comes.
Who comes? Who are you?
Sam.
You're Sam. Thank you, Sam. Where'd you come from?
Please sing
What the heck?
with it.
Please sing with it.
Please sing. Please sing.
This is the music world. This is like I think they call it a honky tonk bar. I don't really know what a honky tonk is. Type of music, maybe. I'm hearing noises out here, but the bar is like on, or the, I guess, fridges and stuff in the bar. So I think that's what I'm hearing. What do you think of this guy in the bowl?
Idiot. Got long legs.
Yeah, he's got long legs.
That was weird because I had my legs out. That's Joe, by the way. You?
And it's also weird because you're an idiot. We got called, what did we get called? Idiot or something earlier? Do you think he's an idiot?
Pig.
Pig? He's not a pig.
He is.
He is. Is it, you just think that because he's sitting
Hell.
on...
It's like a guy with an American accent. Hell.
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 Does this place connect to hell? Is it evil?
We now decided to move our investigation over to the area I had earlier seen something pass through my vision, and where Carl Lawson once had an exorcism performed on him.
Okay, who was talking to me before? How many people are here with us at the moment? Can you tell us someone's name that's here? I feel like I was talking to someone before, someone that didn't like me. Who was talking to me? How do I make you feel? What are your impressions of me?
You missed.
Huh?
You missed.
What does that mean?
I saw a black shadow move by this area earlier tonight. Was that somebody? Who was that? Can you tell me about the exorcism that happened here? Do you remember either of our names? Why are you here? Oh.
Who just walked behind me just now?
What's interesting is like that just kind of swept through. That's just what the shadow earlier today looked. Yeah, that's just what the shadow earlier today looked like. Just like that way. Oh. Alright, we're going to use a different method to talk to you. Hopefully this is easier or you like it better. Oh, hello.
Who's that? Who's that just set that off?
Large role in a
Spirit box off. How is that?
What?
The spirit box is off. How is that going off?
What? I
The
don't
spirit
understand.
box is not on. How is the speaker going off? The speaker just went off.
Okay, so... Oh, yeah.
That speaker
Okay.
just went off.
The speaker is attached to the spirit box, correct?
Spirit box, it's not on.
The speaker just...
The speaker's going off. The spirit box is turned off.
Okay. It's not Bluetooth to my phone, maybe?
Oh, it's Bluetooth to my phone. Whoop.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, but I mean, debunked, explainable. You did freak me out for a second there.
Okay, so Vox is coming through here. So, okay, sorry about that. Who was that? Oh, speaking to me on the ball.
So,
Why can't you tell me?
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous. What are you nervous about?
Who did I see earlier up here? William or Paul here?
Yeah.
That little door back there, Jared, is cold.
Really?
I guess, would that make sense? It's got gaps in it? I don't know. It's
Probably.
definitely colder though.
We're about to wrap up and go do a solo session in the jail downstairs, the cell. What can you tell us about that? Am I allowed down there? Who was that?
I heard a click by this window thing. Who was that?
Who made that noise?
Dogs. Now,
Bobby Mackey's truly was a place to tick off our paranormal bucket list, being one of the most infamous haunted locations in the United States. While I cannot say we encountered anything I felt was demonic in nature, that doesn't negate others' experiences, and I'm sure there's more to this incredible place to still discover. I left feeling as though we did have a few of our own personal experiences, however, and I was happy for it. But if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and turning on all notifications for this channel, as you won't want to miss our upcoming adventures. Starting with our next video at an extremely haunted hospital, where more alleged demonic activity has occurred, and where Jared almost crapped his pants in fear. You won't want to miss our paranormal investigation of the Yorktown Memorial Hospital.
Crypt Keepers, Jared and I finally did it. We did Bobby Mackey's. And you know what? I think we conquered this place. I wouldn't say that we picked up a great amount of activity, but of course I haven't reviewed everything that we recorded here in the moment. So who knows, maybe we had EVPs, other things. I feel like the most interesting moments were downstairs with the tripwire and also the Estes method on the ball, which not to mention was quite fun and funny. Honestly though, both Jared and I had experiences. I really feel like I saw a shadow pass through up here in the bar, while Jared felt like he was tugged on like more than once downstairs in the basement. I do wish that was something that we could convey on the camera to you guys, but we've done our best investigating our little hearts out tonight, so I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. But if you want more, you want a bonus session, we're probably going to go back downstairs now and do one in that prison cell, because we didn't really have time to touch on it during the main video, so that one will be posted onto my Patreon and my YouTube members, which I'll leave links to below. You can also follow us on social media. I post a blog article about every place we visit over on my website as well. And if you've watched this far, you better be liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.